When we moved to collective life, one of the biggest problems was meeting human needs. To overcome this problem and meet needs, we move materials from production sites to cities. We sell these materials, which come to the settlements, to people through supermarkets. We can say that the biggest problem of those who deal with this business is matching the incoming products with the needs and establishing the supply-demand balance. Because of the difficulties in establishing this balance, those dealing with the supermarket business transfer the risks in the supply-demand balance to outside companies. In other words, by leasing the shelves inside the store to companies, they are only acting as brokers. Business model owners do not take the risk of holding stock. This type of business model, on the other hand, poses additional risks to those dealing with this business. We can list a few of them as follows. Distributors can harm your company's brand image by agreeing with other companies or arbitrarily. Distributors can cause loss of customers by giving high prices for products. You are affected by changing production costs and price increases. You cannot receive price reductions during the production period and earn this profit. While the vertical integration period has begun in the world, why do you create additional risks on your business model that you will leave to the next generations? Are you putting your business model at risk by linking it to other distributors? Why don't you run a different process from your other competitors and make your way of doing business different from theirs? Why not ensure the continuity of your business by making a difference? The biggest difference you will make in your business, it will be to keep up with the change in the world, to produce the products to be sold or to integrate directly with the manufacturers. Thanks to the supply chain you will establish with the manufacturers, you can purchase the products during the production periods. By keeping enough stock to meet the product sales that will spread throughout the year, you can sell the products at a more affordable cost than in other markets. You can increase the number of customers and your brand value by selling low-priced products. So, what are the possible problems and solutions you will encounter while working with stock? One of the biggest problems will be consuming products before their expiration date. In order to avoid this problem, namely risk, the price of the product must be changed to balance the demand. For this price change, the stock adequacy of the product should be calculated in the annual projection and the required price should be reflected on the product according to the stock adequacy estimation. If there is a risk that the stocks will not run out until the due date, the price can be determined at a loss and advertising campaigns can be started. The gain should be evaluated on product basis and on the stock silo. The overall earnings projection should also be shown accordingly. Even if the product was sold at a loss for a period, a significant profit may have been obtained from that product's stock silo. The other main problem is, manufacturers and distributors will have attempts to manipulate a particular product to increase profits. The manufacturer and distributor company, which has previously made an agreement, may have started to increase or decrease demand through social media. This manipulated demand routing needs to be followed instantly through social media and market sales figures. If demand price balancing is not done on time, the stock product will be depleted below market value. If the shares for a product have increased on social media and people have started recommending it to each other, an alarm should be created for this product and the sales numbers should be followed. But if these social media shares are not reflected in the sales rate, it should be marked as a false alarm and it should be determined that it is a promotional campaign by the distributors. If there is a movement that actually causes an increase in demand, the annual stock amount should be reviewed. If the demand cannot be balanced, a product purchase request should be made from the manufacturer. If the demand to purchase products can be made before other buyers, an increase in stock can be achieved without being exposed to a price increase or a decrease in product supply. Even the rapid realization of this process or the rapid realization of the product purchase demand will bring significant earnings increases. So, how will you perform such operations for thousands of products? How much can you reduce your error rate in the market sector, where erroneous transactions lead to active losses? What if you had an application platform to reduce your risks in the market sector? What if it helps you plan? What if it could help you track stock and manage expiration dates? What if it could assist you in determining the selling price? What if it could instantly report your earnings rate? How would it be? If this application platform includes the toolkits you may need, if only there was a process market that would make your work easier. If the process market continues to evolve towards your needs, if only this platform could manage risk for your market. How would it be? At the planning stage, you could enter detailed information. If you could associate the cash register sales, sensors and cameras you will use with the system. If you could do connection tests of sensors and cameras. If you could enter the contact information and descriptions of the teams that the platform will communicate with. If you could view the risk analysis screen. If you could follow the price and sales figures of the stocked products demanded by the buyer, with a graphic. If you could see the earnings rates in the realization of the sale of the products. If you could evaluate the rate of earnings on the total sales of the products and the stock adequacy amounts. If you could determine which product was bought by customers with what percentage of earnings. If you could monitor the data flow statuses on the screen in an easy-to-understand way with graphics. If you could examine the total stock adequacy levels of the products through the camera image. If you could do the product update process automatically in case of stock decrease. If you could track the impact of customer gender on product variety and shopping demand. If you could observe the effect of the products mentioned on social media on the change in the demand rate. If you could analyze earnings rates and price valuation by days. If you could examine the conversion of the products in stock to sales according to the earnings ratios, with a graph. If you could measure the optimal rate of return required to convert stocks into sales. Do you think those dealing with the market sector would not benefit from this software platform? Wouldn't stock management, product pricing policy, and customer analytics be less risky and easier? Are you ready to discover a new world under data?